All right, what's up, guys? It's Josh. I'm back. Haven't done a whole lot, especially on the channel lately. Things are still happening, but I figured today, being January 1st, the start of the year, I want to get back onto a little bit of the YouTube thing. So do pardon. There's a little bit of a mess. You can see the headliner for my car is over there. Like, I gotta put that back in if I ever get it running again. We got motorcycle parts and art supplies behind me, but if you could ignore all that, it is a little bit of a mess. I want to restring my guitar today. This acoustic it's an Ibanez Tallman TCY 10 TBS 1201. Chinese made, really decent acoustic guitar. I like these a lot. They're making a lot of them again. I think they stopped making them for a while, but I got mine 6, 7, 8 years ago, somewhere in that range. My mom gave it to me as a birthday gift, my second guitar I ever had. My first one's broken. The headstock came off of it. It was an old no-name classical guitar. I learned a lot on that and then moved to this. And it hasn't had a lot of TLC lately. It sounds actually very bad because these strings are just old and crusty and so yeah, it's not in a great condition. So we're gonna fix that today. So I don't have a string winder or a string thingy puller. I had one at some point. I did not like the way it worked. It was too sloppy and it was too big and bounced around on the things. So I probably lost it because I didn't care for it, but I understand their utility now. And yeah, I do wish I had one, but I've just got pliers, which is the way I've always done these guitars. So I'll be using those today. Ooh, that tuner is very stiff tuning key. So I'm gonna gently and carefully try to remove these without damaging them, one at a time. Come on. This is not the way this is supposed to be done. Just so everyone's on the same page, you know. At the very least, I had the patience to detune the strings, right? Oh! That's why you're not supposed to do it that way, because I just took a big chunk of plastic out of this peg. This guitar, I'd like to just talk about it while I'm doing this. I stole this video idea from KDH, who's actually making a lot of really cool content right now. Go subscribe to him and support what he's doing, because I actually really appreciate him as a content creator. So this guitar, though, being my second guitar that I ever got, I learned a lot on this guitar too. And actually, this is my only acoustic guitar for a long time. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise that I'm making, but this is my only acoustic guitar for a long time. And yeah, what am I trying to say? I mean, I wrote a lot of Screaming Spaceship material on this guitar, which, by the way, yes, for those few of you who are wondering where is Anathema, it's still coming out. Ooh, this is gonna be. What am I stuck on? Oof. I've never had this happen before. There we go. But yeah, so Anathema is still coming out. We've been through a couple of drummers, and that's what's really taken so long. The drummer we hired for the session, for the studio work, was just hired for that, and he's in several bands. He's a great, fantastic drummer, but we didn't want he didn't want to be in the band. He didn't want there to be any confusion that he was or wasn't, and I totally respect him for that. Among a lot of other stuff, it was a very reasonable session fee as well. So lots of respect for Eric. He's a great guy. But he wasn't going to be in the band. So we were talking to another drummer. Tristan was great. He's doing, last I was aware, he's doing these gigs out in Ohio, which is awesome. He's doing really well over there. But he was going to drum for our CD release. And the CD release was the last Saturday that he would have been in town before he went to Ohio. So yeah, that when that fell through eventually, because the other bands that were on for it, one of those bands broke up, and the other band had actually a death in the family, and they couldn't do the show. So we ended up not doing that release show. So now the drummer from the band that actually ended up breaking up, he's been doing band practices, just hanging out, learning the songs with me as the new Screaming Spaceship drummer. So Malachi is he's coming along well, and we've taken a little bit of break from weekly band practices for the holidays, but we'll be back at it shortly here. We're hoping to get that out early this year. Yeah. So you can hear this guitar in any acoustic parts on Anathema, the Screaming Spaceship record. Old strings, D'Addarios for sure. They got the colored ball ends. D'Addarios are my favorite. I don't know why, other than they were what was first recommended to me at a guitar shop. I have another set to go on. I do have a set of Ernie ball strings over there because I was going to try them out, and I don't think I ever did, but they are old. They've got to be like 5 or so years old at this point. So before I put it back together, I am going to clean it quick. I do have some Dunlop lemon oil. I do also notice there's dust and grease and grime all over every other part of this guitar, and that's gross, but I don't have any guitar polish or guitar cleaner. What I do have is Armor All original protectant wipes for car detailing. But they're not like, any super aggressive cleaner, so I think we should be fine wiping this guy down with them. And I just think it would be better to have this guitar cleaned up pretty well, so we're gonna do that quickly. Lemon oil. There's no lemon in lemon oil. That would be acidic and probably bad for the guitar. You can tell I don't play a lot of the high frets because the only real thing coming off of there is actually off of the frets. There's a little bit of green because there's typically some amount of copper in the frets. You can actually see on the upper frets, even then really not so much dirt coming off. You'll be able to see if you're looking at these frets directly, there are pretty worn in chunks on those frets from me playing so many open chords. Because like I said, I've had this guitar for years. You may even be able to see in the reflection too, there's little divots in the fretboard. Because my brothers and I used to fight airsoft in the bedroom. And Yeah, shared bedroom with bunk beds, but yeah, we used to fight airsoft in there, and so every now and then my guitar got shot. Not, not on purpose probably, but I guess I don't know for sure. Oh, there's a chunk of wood worn out of right there. This is, oh my gosh. Yeah, all you can see right here. I don't know if you can really see on the camera. I'll show you in a close-up here really shortly. But, yeah, you can see chunks of wood worn down from my playing, because I've had this guitar for so long. I used to take this guitar to like a youth group Bible study after church, and we would hang out. I would jam out, play some Green Day. But yeah, I haven't hydrated this fretboard in so long, and I feel bad for treating my guitar poorly, but here, let me show you this this up close on some of these frets here. Because yeah, I hope you'll be able to see it on camera, because it's a real thing. But you can kind of see, yeah, you can see where the light doesn't reflect so much. Let me see if I can get it to focus. But yeah, you can see right there, right there, right there. It's a good little chunk right there. And then you can see the points on the frets too, where I've played so many chords, just open chords, that it's yeah, pretty well. There's all the shots I was talking about from airsoft guns. I'm gonna start stringing it up here really quick. I've finished talking about the guitar, but welcome to 2023, man. This is oh crap, I tore the wrong side of the bag here. Oh my god. Okay, no. For a second, so you might see on here it has like a list for all 8 strings on an 8-string. So I thought I bought like an 8-string acoustic guitar string pack for a second there, but brass, then red. Good thing to find on this guitar though. All of these guys here for the tuners, they're all nice and tight, so no worries there. You know what? I'm gonna lemon oil this bridge piece, because I don't know. I assume it's the same rosewood or whatever, and it was pretty dry, so. You know what? I'm gonna get a pencil really quick. Try to clean some of this out. This nut is actually pretty gross. Only on the highest couple of strings. Oh, you know what? I think I have a tool that'll work well for this. This is what I use to get lint out of my phone chargers. Here we go. It's called a splinter out. I came across these when I was working in factories a lot. A lot of factories had these in their first aid kits, so I found some online because they actually worked really great, both for getting splinters out and for getting lint out of phone chargers. And surprise, surprise, they're super skinny enough to get in here and really get all of this gunk out of my string slots. Much better. Where's my pencil? I'll be right back with a pencil. If I can find one. I need to find another super skinny pencil. So I don't do this on all my guitars. I actually really just haven't done it on any guitars for a good chunk of time. But the idea is almost like you've got like a Pinewood Derby car. They have that graphite lubricant we would always put on the axles. Helps them slide through a little bit better and play nice. Cool. So I don't really have much of a process on how I put my strings through here. A lot of people do like I'm going to change all my guitars over to locking tuners because it'll be a lot of money because I've got so many, but then I won't have to mess with all this crap anymore. All right, this is annoying. Bear with me. That's like exhibit A for why I hate this style of bridge. It is really one of the very few actual bridge styles you'll get for an acoustic, so you know, take what you can get, I guess, but okay, that's good enough for now. Let's keep going. Very shortly here, I'm just going to go ahead and just cut to a, because I don't want to have to edit all this footage, I'm going to just cut to playing it with new strings on. So I've probably already said something to the effect of, welcome to 2023. Thanks for hanging out. Those of you that support my music, I appreciate that. I do have a single on Spotify with Screaming Spaceship. It's called I'm Not Ready. If you want to go check that out, I'd really appreciate it. It's a very, I would call it a late 90s pop punk style of music, but that's the most punk song we did. The rest of it has a bunch of other sort of fusion elements of different genres I enjoy. So, yeah, if you like the sound of mildly experimental music, I would go check that out. Here's how this guitar sounds with brand new strings. So yeah, this is Ruth, the second guitar I have ever owned, and you know, it's real special to me, and I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about it and get some updates on what else I'm doing in the world right now. So thanks for sticking around. Hopefully more videos soon. I'm trying to do better this year. Thanks, guys.